An hour and a half from Rome, the villas hidden behind these high walls and hedges are vacation homes for well-off Italians. But there's also a shadow side to this fertile region. The produce grown here is sold in supermarkets throughout Europe. But the labourers who harvest the fruits and vegetables earn only a few euros per hour. Some of them have come from as far away as India. Jagjit Singh has been working in Latina for 12 years. He's one of nearly 18,000 Sikhs from Punjab working in this region. Friends from his village back home had told him he could earn good money in Italy's agriculture sector. He knew life here wouldn't be easy, but he found it so challenging at the beginning that he often considered returning to India.
I pawned gold jewellery belonging to my wife and sister to pay for the trip here. I thought I'd earn the money back quickly and retrieve the jewellery. But to pay off the loan, we had to sell the gold instead. Almost everyone who comes here goes through the same thing. Reality is very different from what we expected.
The living and working conditions are often miserable. The official minimum wage is about 9 euros. The farmers pay less than a third of that. Many Indians work 7 days a week, during harvest time up to 12 to 13 hours a day.
We were free in India. I had my own business. I could come to work late and go home early if I had better things to do. Here it's different. Here you're only paid for the hours you work. But I'm doing better than others.
Jagjit Singh has paid off his debts, so he no longer has to share a small flat with 4 or 5 other workers as he did before. Most are too afraid to speak on camera. Investigators say the labourers are trapped in their illegal jobs at the mercy of criminal gangs. The majority of them have paid thousands of euros to people smugglers in exchange for forged papers and passage to Italy. As a result, many end up as bonded labourers who need years to get out of debt. Analysts say this practice is widespread throughout Italy.
The farm workers take drugs like amphetamines, opium and muscle relaxants, especially at the beginning to cope with the punishing work conditions. Imagine being bent over, picking radishes for 14 hours a day, with a boss standing over you saying, "Work, work, work." Your body and soul would burn out pretty fast.
Investigators say the racket involves middlemen who seek out labourers, then keep part of their wages and dictate their work hours, all of which is illegal in Italy. And there's hardly a business in the agricultural sector that isn't part of this system. One of the biggest radish producers in Europe allowed us to film on their premises. We confront the head of the company with the allegations about the middlemen and the exploitation of their workers.
None of that's true. That contradicts our company philosophy. If we found anyone was doing this, we would fire them immediately. We are not among the firms that exploit their workers.
But union workers insist that this company also pays its labourers below the minimum wage and that middlemen are active there too. It's one person's word against another. The workers themselves won't comment. They want to keep their jobs. Jagjit Singh was able to bring his wife and children to Italy a few months ago. In the evenings, other labourers come for dinner, including men who've lived here for years in the hope of bringing their own families here. Despite the difficulties, they say they're determined to stay because the money they earn in Italy is still far more than what they'd be paid in India.